guys, we're going to be working on page 89 in our math book. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at this first problem here. Write a division number story with the answer of 3/5. So this is like saying I have 5 things and I'm sharing it. I have 5 people who are sharing 3 things. So my number story can be 5 friends share 3 bags of chips. How much of a whole bag does each friend get? So that would be 3 divided by 5, which equals 3/5 of a bag. Alright, I know sometimes we're intimidated by these multiplication problems that are kind of pre-filled, but it's okay. We just go step by step on these. So I have 414. That's close to 400. Remember, just easy numbers to do in my head, and 77 is close to 80. So 8 times 4 is 32. Add in 1, 2, 3 zeros. 4 times 7 is 28. That's why there's that 8. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this 2 here and continue along. 7 times 8 is 7. Plus the 2 is 9. I use the 2 so I like to cross off as I go along to not get confused later. 4 times 7 is 28, and I'm done with the row, so everything gets recorded here. The 8's already written. Now to go to the 2. Now I'm going to multiply by 70. So since the 7 is in the tens place, I'm going to need a placeholder. Here's my 0. 7 times 4 is 28. 2 goes here. Sorry, 8 goes here. The 2 goes here. Now 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 again is 9. 4 times 7 is 28. Now we add up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. Even though the numbers here, I still like to make sure I did that correctly. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 9 is 18. Regroup this 1. 8's here. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 8 is 11. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 31,878. And if I were to compare that to my estimate of 32,000, I am very close. Problem 3, write each number in standard or exponential notation. So depending on how it is, how you'll do this. This is standard form here, 10 to the power of 3, which is 10 times 10 times 10. I like to write that out to make sure I'm thinking correctly, and that is 1,000. I can also use the back of my book to double check. 10 to the power of 3 is 1,000. Now I have 10,000. It's already written in standard form, so I need to write it in exponential notation. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, so I would write 10 to the power of 4. I want to double check. 10 to the power of 4 is 10,000. Now I have 10 to the power of 5 is 100,000. And I just checked it there. But I also know it's 100,000 because the exponent of 5, only when it's powers of 10, tell me I need 5 zeros. Now I have 1 million. 1 million has 6 zeros, 10 to the power of 6. I always like to double check. 10 to the power of 6 is 1 million. And my chart stops there, but given that I've been successful with my thinking here, I know 10 to the power of 8 is going to be 8 zeros. 100,000. Now solve number 4. How many are in 72. This is 72 divided by 8. I know 8 times 9 is 72, so there are 9 eighths in 72. How many 800s are in 72,000? Well, this is just division. So I would cross off my zeros evenly. I have 2 zeros to cross off on both sides, so that leaves me with 1 0. I'm going to record that in my answer. And 72 divided by 8 is still 9. So, how many 800s are in 72,000? There's 90. How many 5s are in 450,000? Well, let's ignore my zeros. I don't have any zeros on my divisor, so I need to have 4 zeros in my answer. I'm going to record my zeros now so I don't forget later. Now I'm going to think about 45. How many 5s are in 45? 5 times 9 is 45. So, how many 5s are in 450,000? There's 90,000. How many 3,000s are in 270,000? I have 3 zeros in my divisor. I can cross off my zeros equally on my dividend. That leaves me with 1 0. Now, I can think about how many 3s are in 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Kind of fun how all of these have a 9 in them. Alright, how many 90s are in 63,000? I have 1 9 in my divisor. That means I can cross off 1 0 in my divisor, which means I can cross off 1 0 in my dividend. So now I have 2 zeros left that I can't cross off. Those go in my answer, and I have 63 divided by 9. So I need to think about how many 9s are in 63, which is 7. Okay. Find the volume of the shipping container that is 20 feet long by 8 feet wide and 8 feet tall. The volume formula is length times width times height. So 20 times 8 times 8. So 8 times 2 is 16. Add the 0. And then I have my final 8 here. 8 times 0, 8 times 6, 48. So my answer is 1,280 feet cubed. Place the fractions on the number line. Well, all of my denominators, let's check them. They're all 3. So I need to divide each section of the whole into thirds. So here's 1/3, 2/3, and this would be 3/3. And then same thing here, 4/3 and then 5/3. I need to label 1/3. Here's 1/3. Here's 2/3. Now 4/3. Here's 3/3. So this must be 4/3 and then 5/3. I can always check using the back of my book. All right, great job completing page 89.